So, I do not know if you have heard of the de-influencing trend, but I have to tell you, it should not be a trend. So, if you are not familiar with this, let me tell you a little bit what it's about. So, the de-influencing trend has been taking social media by complete storm. It's calling out social media influencers, saying that they are constantly sharing what they're buying, what they're wearing, where they're eating, where they're staying, all of the things, and calling them out for overconsumption, that they're creating a throwaway culture, and that they just keep telling people to buy things that are not quite right for them, and really playing up on this whole idea of FOMO. So they're mentioning products like the Stanley Cup, the Dyson blow dryer, tons of clothing brands, and they're also talking about influencer sites like and apps like to know it, like referral sites where someone you can click on something, whether it is on TikTok or whether it is on Instagram, and they are just taking you to the place of where to go and buy it. So the de-influencer movement is calling out all of these people that are doing this and are telling people to stop buying things on social media. And you're probably like, ah, I've totally have bought something that I saw on social media, whether it was through an ad or just because you thought something that they were wearing was cute, or you're like, oh, this is going to be the thing that is going to solve all my problems, or where'd you get those pants, or those are cute shoes, or where'd you get that necklace? Like, we all have fallen victim to this. Some people have really liked the things that they've purchased off of social media, but I've heard from so many clients that they have bought things off of social media, and they've showed me pictures of them wearing it. They bought this outfit that they thought was like really, really cool and chic, and it looked like pajamas. They bought something that they thought they were going to wear to a friend's wedding, and it did not fit them. They bought something and they spent a lot of money on it, and they just assumed it was going to be fabulous, and it was a piece of garbage. So there is a lot of money that is behind all of this. But we have all fallen victim to some of this marketing. It's kind of fun sometimes when you see something and it's so easy to click it, it's so easy to buy it. We are all in this a time in this era of immediate gratification. We see something, it seems like the answer, we go and buy it. And you're not alone. Consumer research shows that since 2015, social media purchases have raised 43%. So no matter where you look, there are people around constantly telling you what to buy, what to wear, and who to follow. And it makes sense. We all want shopping to be easy. We all want to find the things to be easy. We all want getting dressed to be easy. We all want to know what to wear. We don't want to feel like we're left out, and we just want it done, and we want all of the things. And I completely get it. This is coming from someone who went into massive debt when I worked in the corporate world, thinking that I needed to wear designer clothes and designer accessories in order to be taken seriously. And that was 15 years ago when I worked in the corporate world. I was influenced before there was such a thing as an influencer, because I was sold on this idea that in order to be taken seriously and in order to do my job well, I needed to look a certain way and I needed these items in order to really accomplish what I needed to accomplish. So, all I'm here to say is that de influencing, it shouldn't be a trend, it should be a life skill. As smart women, you should never be influenced to buy something. You should just know if something is right for you and something isn't right for you. Let me ask you a question, okay? How many times have you bought something and it knocked it out of the park? Like, you bought something, you saw on social media, you got it, and it was exactly what you thought it was going to be. It filled the need, you ended up wearing it, you ended up enjoying it, you wore it for years to come. How many times did it happen? What percentage of times did you buy something off of social media and you actually loved it all of the time? Probably not so much. But what percentage of things did you buy and it was actually either a quick fix or something like you were being sold a lifestyle, like you saw someone on a beautiful yacht and they were wearing an amazing cover up and it looked fabulous on them. And all of a sudden you thought, well, I'm going to buy this $30 cover up and the yacht and all the things are going to come with it. And it got there and it really didn't serve the need. And it wasn't what you imagined to be. And it ended up maybe going in the donate pile. So the thing also to realize is that there have always been influencers out there in some respect. The fashion industry will be a $1 trillion a year industry come 2025. So there is a lot of marketing money in there that have been always been really, really good at getting you to buy things. So, and the way that they do this is by tapping into women's insecurities of you not having the right thing and you having that FOMO that you may be missing out. They are selling you things that are telling you that you are going to look taller or thinner, having us believe that there's actually something wrong with us and we need a specific product in order to buy it. Or they are having the things pop up at your checkout, like keep, like don't miss out on this, or you need this to create the outfit, or you forgot this accessory, leading you to believe that if you bought all of these other things, you won't be standing in front of your closet for 20 minutes to get dressed. So there has always been some sort of influencer out there. And just like an influencer receives a percentage of what you purchase, the salesperson or a personal shopper at a major department store gets a commission. So there's always been someone kind of telling you what to buy and leading you into that purchase. So you can keep relying on marketing tactics, telling you how to get dressed, telling you how to shop, telling you what the must have next item is. But the only thing is that if you keep relying on that, you're never going to get off the hamster wheel. You always are going to have to be buying something. And you are always going to be panic shopping at every single invitation. So every time you get invited to someone's birthday party, every time there's a girls' night out, every time you have to go to a conference, every time you have to go speak on a stage, you always feel like you need to go shopping. Because this is this idea of this influencer marketing. There's always bigger, better, more. There's always going to be the thing. So it's going to cause you to panic shop at every single invitation, as opposed to learning to trust and enjoy what is in your closet and building a closet that supports you. So you can really keep relying on this influencer marketing, or you can have great outfits in your closet and have items that you love and enjoy wearing, as opposed to keep relying on having to purchase something and having to purchase something and being sold things. So, how about instead of being influenced at all times of what to buy, you can no longer rely on stores marketing incentives or influencers marketing incentives or social media's marketing incentives that's leading you to not trust yourself to enjoy getting dressed and not trust yourself to know what makes you feel confident, to know what makes you feel powerful, to know what feels good on you, and to learn to get dressed yourself. So you get to stop looking around at what everyone else is wearing. And if you kind of think about it, those influencers, they're all 20 something years old. They're all, look like they just got off a beach. They don't look like many of us. Of course, they're going to look good on the clothing. The other thing also you have to realize is that being a stylist for a while and working for magazines when I interned, when I was in college, those photo shoots have clips in the back of clothing. Those clothes don't even fit those people. So we just have to realize like what is going on and what you're buying may not be perfect for you. So the better way for all of this is to really learn how to feel confident in your clothes, to really have a system and a strategy to know how to get dressed, to know how to buy things, to know when you see something on the internet that that's not going to fit you, or to be like, you know what, I actually need something like that. Let me go and check that out. It actually is going to enhance my wardrobe. It actually is going to do something for me. So the best thing, really, instead of going around and scrolling on social media and being sold things, or just like looking for something and letting it come to you, is to actually be able to go and figure out what you need and to know what actually works for you. So that really comes from, again, having this closet that supports you, so you're no longer feeling like you keep needing to shop. But what you get from that is you understand what works for you. So you know what colors work for you. You know what shapes work for you. You know what prints look for you. You know what makes you feel confident. You know how to put together an outfit. So when you see something on someone, you could be like, oh, that's something that potentially can work for me. Or you could be like, that is never going to work for me. And you could keep on scrolling. So it really is about enhancing your wardrobe and adding something that you need, so it's not ending up in the donate pile 6 months from now, never being worn. It also means that you get to shop in your own closet. So what, this whole de-influencer idea is really about, stop the spending and stop the consumption. But the great thing is that for you to go in your closet and be like, I could put a great outfit on my own together and I can know what to wear. And if we also get to know when you do need to go shopping, what to shop for, again, as opposed to keep being sold something over and over and over again. So, the way that I see it, you kind of have three choices in this whole entire situation. You can never go on social media ever again, because no matter what, there is always going to be a bigger, better, more idea of trying to sell you something. This whole de-influencer idea came up. They are combating it right now. They are teaching you how to do something else. They're telling you why it works for you. I told you, and I will never stop saying it, because I worked in the fashion industry my whole entire life. It's marketing money that is making you feel less and to keep you buying and buying and buying. So the three choices are: you can never go on social media again, because you're always going to be sold something and things will always be pop up. Or number two, you can keep letting the marketing tactics dictate what you're buying and keep getting influenced and sold things and all of the things, and always staying on the hamster wheel of always needing to buy things and always having impulse purchases and always panic shopping when an event comes up. Or you can learn what works for you. So you could have a litmus test for what you should buy and what you shouldn't buy. And you know exactly what looks good on you, what feels good on you, what potentially you see in social media may work for you, but also have a really quick, gut check of, that's never going to look good on me. That I don't even need that. I have 10 of those in my closet. I don't need a new blow dryer. I don't need new makeup. I mean, these videos, I know exactly what works for me. And sometimes they suck me in, and I have to coach myself. I don't need that blue leather jacket. I already have one of those. Or I don't need that. Like, they're really, really good at selling you things. So if they're going to be really, really good at selling you things, you need to be really, really good at knowing what works for you. It's just like if you're going to go into a really expensive department store and you want to buy something, you have to know that they're probably going to try to sell you 10 other things too. But if you go in there with a game plan of, this is exactly what I want to buy, you will never be sold anything again. You know what makes you feel confident. You know what's going to work for you. You stop buying one hit wonders, impulse purchases. You stop buying random stuff and you know what works for you. You get to figure out where the gaps are in your closet and to fill them, as opposed to constantly just being sold stuff and being sold stuff and being sold stuff. And I have to tell you, my clients, when we go through their closet and they understand what is working for them, they've realized that they've wasted a lot of money just buying things, hoping that they would be the answer. So it really is about understanding what works for you, so you're never influenced to make a purchase that isn't right for you ever again. So if you want to take control of what you're purchasing, to never be sold anything again, because you have a system and a strategy and and a blueprint of exactly what works for you. So if someone shows you something on social media and it's not your color, not your fit, not for your body type, you say, that's not for me, but there's something else out there that is, or I don't need that. So you have this really strong foundation of knowing what works for you and doesn't work for you. So if you're like, I need this, I want to stop wasting money on things that I do not need, that the internet is telling me what to buy, I have a really special invitation for you. I am looking for a small group of high achieving women that finally want to crack the code of creating a wardrobe that works for them. So you stop being sold random stuff on the internet and you really have the items in your closet that you need each and every day to get dressed with confidence and know how to create pre-planned outfits. Again, the panic shopping needs to stop. The feeling less than in your clothes needs to stop. The FOMO of this woman has something that I might need needs to stop. So if you are looking to take control of what you buy, never be sold anything you don't need ever again. I am looking for a small group of women that want to demystify getting dressed by knowing exactly what colors, shapes, styles, fits, patterns, proportions, and how to put together an outfit already. So you stop standing in front of your closet, spending 20 minutes getting dressed each day, and then say, ugh, this is horrible. And then you get sold something on the internet 5 minutes later. It's a cycle. It is cyclical. Unless you crack this, unless you choose to get off this hamster wheel, you will keep getting sold stuff. So I'm getting off my soapbox. But if you are saying, I just need this once and for all, I want my closet to work for me, I want to stop panic shopping, I want to stop being influenced by influencers, and I just want my closet to work for me so I could show up every single day and getting dressed gets to be easy, and you know that what to wear, I want you to shoot me a message with the word de-influence, and I will share the details of how to get started. Because as I said, there are three options. You could never go on the internet ever again because they're always going to try to sell you something, which I mean, maybe we could do that for a day or two, but we really have something. We can number two, we can just keep being sold stuff and influenced and buying random things on the internet. Or number three, you could learn once and for all what clothes work for you. So when you are shown an ad of something that doesn't, you have in your mind, that color doesn't work for me. That isn't going to enhance my closet. That isn't going to do anything for me. So you can stop getting dressed by trial and error. So if that sounds exactly what you need, I want you to shoot me a message with the word de-influence so you can stop letting influencers dictate what you're wearing. I cannot wait to hear what everyone has to say about the de-influencer trend. I'm curious to see how long it is going to last for. And I really hope that this has changed your mind about what you are seeing on the internet when it comes to clothing.